Chloe Reese from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. I only just made it this morning. I woke up a little bit late. Running around, trying to get ready for this, and I just made it. I cut the top of my head off. Oh well. Maybe I should move the camera now, or maybe it's okay. If we go on today, just make sure that it's working. Get on here on my iPad. Here we go, empowerment and money. That's what we're doing today. Because the daily read was talking about that today. The daily read for Wednesday, the 5th of August. Wow, it's Wednesday already. I haven't even started my work for the week. I mean, my videos. I've got so much work to do today. I've had a lazy 2 days. But that's good sometimes. I'm sure I'll catch up. Let's sage this place while we're waiting for everyone to get on. How is everybody today? Is anyone on? Hey Donna, good morning. Yeah, I was a little bit late waking up today, just 20 past, like 40 minutes ago, so it's a bit of a rush. Getting ready, but I'm here. I'm looking forward to getting some cards. Yeah, so the daily read for today, Wednesday the 5th of August, about empowerment. So the Queen of Wands came out. Let's see if she comes out again, right? Hi, Melody. Hi, Janice. I'm good, thank you. I'm good today. Just doing a bit of sage first. There we go, sage you guys. Sage my cards. And I got a new plant, look. Sage my plant. Yeah, I got a new plant. I'm buying stuff at the moment. I'm trying to keep the businesses afloat here. Because there's not that many of us earning money here. I'm just going to move that camera. That should be better. Yes. Because there's not that many of us earning money here. The ones that are earning money here still are working online, and there's quite a few of us doing that, but without the tourist dollar here, without the tourist baht here, it's difficult for businesses. It's getting harder and harder. And some of my friends now, they have jobs here and they're working, but there's just so few people, there's so few customers because there's so few tourists that really struggling now, not getting paid very much at all, and yeah, it's all going downhill. It's a shame. So the economic effects are really hitting the island right about now. But the storm's calmed down, which is a good thing. The boat started again yesterday. My ex got off the island safely. I think safely. Hey Chris. How is everyone this morning? This evening for you? Let's start picking cards out. And I'm going to talk a bit, well, I'm hoping that the cards are going to go on a little bit about this empowerment that is coming up today, which is about us being relaxed because we know that we can deal with anything that comes along, which makes us very open to all kinds of good to come along when we're not having to shield ourselves, you know. Daughter from Florida is visiting, watching with you. Hello, Chris's daughter. Hey, Eva. And especially as it pertains to abundance, because abundance came up in the daily read. So I think it does, you know. I mean, I told you all one of the things that I'd noticed lately is that those that would do anything for money, you know, they'll just do anything. They'll take any job, they'll do anything. They're the ones with the least money. The ones that won't do very much for money, like me. I'll only do readings and videos and energy healings. I won't do anything else for money. You won't catch me working behind a bar anymore or anything like that. Then we're doing okay. It's like the more empowered you are, the more abundance you attract. But let's get into this. We've got Flower Spirit today. This is very much an inner work card. I'm getting to know these cards, yay. Flower Spirit, it's a beautiful one. I will read it out. 10, Flower Spirit. Friendship, soul, tenderness and joy. This card shows the tender and sensitive flower fairy, the soul of each plant. She listens with all her heart to her friends and provides a soothing caress when their edges get prickly. By enjoying life and keeping playfulness in her heart, oh that's right, this is the playfulness card. By enjoying life and keeping playfulness in her heart, she's a source of inspiration and joy. Her childlike vision helps her see the good in all things, especially herself. Nice. Yeah, that's a beautiful card. I like this one. We were being extremely playful yesterday at training. It was so much fun. We were playing this game and you had to reach around and touch each other's shoulders, like two of you playing against each other. And if you got your shoulder touched by the other, then you had to drop and do 10 push-ups. It was such a fun game. And then we did a similar kind of thing, but with feet. You had to touch each other's feet. It was a lot of fun. Really a lot of fun. Let's get some tarot. So bring out your playful side today. Not really about empowerment, but it could be. Because when people are empowered, they tend to be serious as well. Aren't they? Trying to prove yourself. Trying to prove yourself as worthy as being serious. Being taken seriously and all of that. It can be... Oh, wow! We've got a good card out today from the Lightseers deck. It's the Sun. Best card of the deck, arguably. The Sun card. Gorgeous. This is going to last for a long time. We need money to survive and pay bills. I know, the economies are tanking, right? It's not good. But the sun's coming out, look. The sun. We've got the sun. Let me read that. It's such an amazing card, the sun. What number is it? Casey. Hey, Casey. Hey, Leah. What number's the sun? Can't be bothered looking, so I'm just looking through the booklet instead. Star, it must be coming up. Star, the moon, the sun. It's 19. Lightseer, joy, inspirational success, abundance, fulfillment, exuberant creativity, positivity, love, manifesting dreams, inner beauty, a yes card. Awesome. Love the Lightseers Tarot deck. Such vivid imagery. It's beautiful, isn't it? I love these decks as well. I'm so glad she made them. Somebody posted that they were part of the startup of it. They did apparently she did for the Muse Tarot. She did one of those fundraising startups, you know, where everyone puts money in so they can get first print done and stuff. So I thanked her. I'm like, thank you for doing that, because her decks are amazing. The shadow side is delays, negative mindset, self-doubt, lack of confidence, a need to tune out a negative mindset and to find inspiration. The sun breathes life into everything he touches. Radiating brightly, it creates a path of love and harmonic abundance. This is a card of joyful celebration and a vibrant sign of positivity and success. Expect to find bliss and be ready to take inspired action based on radical positivity and generosity. This seems to be the antidote, doesn't it? That abundance antidote. You know, we're just talking about the economy's tanking and stuff like that. Well, some people are still doing all right. And this is asking us to kind of ignore that and yeah, exactly what my guide said at the start of this COVID debacle. They said, universal principles still apply. They still apply no matter what's going on in the world. Universal principles still apply. So this is telling us the antidote to the abundant stuff. So if you're getting caught up in, oh, the COVID and the economy and all of that, I mean, I'm seeing it in people around me. It's not affecting me though. So this is a card of joyful celebration, a vibrant sign of positivity and success. Expect to find bliss and be ready to take inspired action based on a radical positivity and generosity. Allow others to bask in the warm glow of your beaming heart and your inspired mind. It's like be joyful and playful and be this positive energy and just do what's in your heart, because the universe is looking after you. Remember, we've got a redirection going on at the moment, which is a great thing, isn't it? I mean, we don't want all the money in the hands of the pedophiles and entertainment, and entertainment that's not having a positive benefit for people. The money's been in the wrong place, right? And the power of the money, it's been in the wrong place. And we are having a redirection of that abundance at the moment. But instead of getting sucked into it and thinking that we're getting taken down like those people, we're not. It still can flow, but we've got to be this bright light. That's what it's saying. People will be drawn to you when the Sun card arrives. Hello, charisma. Live it up. This card is a reassuring sign that things are unfolding beautifully. You are perfect, whole, and loved by the cosmos. And it may be time to deal with any feelings of inadequacy and not enoughness in order to find your shiny confidence. This is where that empowerment and abundance kicks in, right? The sun is on its way to illuminate the corners of your heart and to set your world ablaze with opportunity and inspiration. I am whole, I'm more than enough, I shine like the sun when I'm happy. Beautiful. I like my title setup. How many decks do I own? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, I think, at the moment. Yeah, because I've got Moonology under the table. I didn't even get them out for the full moon special. I'm not really jiving with the moon cards. They're just a little bit boring for me. Yeah, wow, I didn't even get those out for the full moon special. Let's get a Muse Tarot out. Oh. It said my camera disconnected then, but it's not. And on the full moon special, we had the same card out twice, didn't we? The Magician out twice. So let's see if we get the Sun again. Or another message about empowerment and abundance. Empowerment and money. Got so much to do today. I've got all the dailies to record. I've got 7 dailies to record. I've got the pick a card to record as well. Or maybe I'll do the weekly reads. Oh no, that'll take too long. Maybe the pick a card. I'm behind. But I did have a lazy day yesterday, which was nice. What did I do the day before? Oh yeah, I hung out with friends. Why is the camera not working? It's working again. Oh, hello. Right, what have we got? A lot of cards fall on the floor. You know what, I'm going to keep on shuffling because that was just a bit of a mess. That's better. Got 2 cards out. From the Muse Tarot, we've got the Muse of Emotions. Beautiful colours on these cards, matches my furniture. The Muse of Emotions. There's the King of Cups. Our emotional state. Oh, the Muse of Emotions. What's that got to do with empowerment and money? We wonder. Keywords: compassion, joy, the freedom to feel all emotions as a way to self-discovery, transcendent states of bliss, meditation, inner calm and knowing, being totally in touch with your desires and with balanced and peaceful emotions, avoiding moodiness. Yes, of course, your emotional state has got to do with your abundance. Because if you're happy and you're calm and you're expecting and you're trusting the universe and trusting yourself, Trusting yourself is a big one. Your abundance comes in. The prompt is rinsing the shadow. Come, tiny vessel of love, to the place where the water drops off and pours everything into the sweet shell of life. This message of highest love, resides where all the bits and pieces of your anger and sadness are brewed. Right. Have you got anger and sadness about abundance? This message of highest love resides where all the bits and pieces of your anger and sadness are brewed and alchemized into beautiful experiences for the soul. For they too are experiences to be cherished and learned from. Come meditatively, quietly, calmly, with everything you are. Leave nothing behind you, for you will need it all in this place of mindful understanding. Hi, Crystal. Stay clear of manipulation and moodiness. Trying to manipulate for money when you're struggling with abundance. We all do it in our own way. Even if we're trying to manipulate the law of attraction with it, we all do it. We can't figure it out, and it seems that we can't figure it out. Stay clear of manipulation and moodiness, and come into the night on the sweet waves of kindness, for those are the waves that will push you past the riptide. They will float you to the sandbanks of connection and invite you to explore the inner world with gentle compassion. Your task is to simply be true to your heart and accepting of the nature that is, as the healing waters of pure love are headed your way. Yeah, we had reciprocation. I didn't do Psychic Cafe yesterday because I was fast asleep. I woke up at about just after 5 a.m, knowing that I needed more sleep. Cancelled it, and then I woke up at 10:30. I needed that sleep in. And yeah, and I think other people as well have told me that they slept a lot this full moon. So your task is to simply be true to your heart and accepting of the nature that is, as the healing waters of pure love are headed your way. So reciprocation is coming along. You know what I said? The universe doesn't forget. Every bit of energy, everyone you've helped out, it doesn't forget that abundance is in store for you. It's waiting for you to be open to receiving it. Attend awareness of perception, reaction, emotion, empathic and true, sensitive wisdom who crosses this sea. The subtle magic of now lies with you. Hi, Liz. And we've also got the 9 of Inspiration has come out. 9 of Wands. Pretty card. She looks pretty empowered there as well. Yeah, that empowerment, it's just so important. It's so important because, you can see it. Because when you're empowered, you can be open. And when you're not empowered, you can't be open. You have your defenses up, you think you need to be protected, or you think that you need to hide away. You're not open to love. You're not open to everyone, which is a reflection of openness to abundance. It's the same thing. Abundance and love is the same thing. And so if you're still at the stage where you think you need psychic protection and things like that, and you need to hide away, it's because you haven't got your empowerment sorted out. Because when you've got your empowerment sorted out, when you can interact with any person, anyone at all in the world, no matter how bad, no matter what triggers they've got or what they're doing, if you can interact with anyone without being triggered, or with knowing that if they do come at you, or if they do try and abuse you, or whatever your trigger is, you're going to be able to deal with it, yeah? Because you're empowered. You've got your boundaries. You will face it. You're strong enough to face it. That makes you really open. And I only know that because I've reached it, and it's only recently that I've reached it, and it makes all the difference. And abundance came along with it too. So, that's why I'm talking about abundance with it. So let's have a look at the 9 of Inspiration, the 9 of Wands. Yes, that would be me. It's very challenging to embrace everyone with an open heart. And I'm aware it's blocking both love and abundance in my life. Yeah, and it's not like you're going to get abundance through those people. But when you're open to them, just everything changes. It does. Everything changes. I mean, you can be open to them and not choose them in your life. You know, you don't have to choose them to be in your life, but you don't need to be blocked off from them. And really, it's my time. It's my training. It's not just my training. It's training has done a big part of it, my empowerment. But it's also the stuff that was going on at the time. I started training about 2.5 years ago. And then it opened me up, not just the training, but the people that I was hanging out with there. So suddenly I was hanging out with people that are much healthier than the people that I was hanging out with. Before I was hanging out with addicts and alcoholics, which I do occasionally now too. But it was solely who I was hanging out with before, and damaged people, and which tend to be alcoholics and addicts. And then suddenly I was hanging out with healthy people looking after themselves. They've got their stuff going on for sure, everyone does, but it was very different. And that just got me to open up and receive love, allow myself to receive love, because suddenly I was with different kinds of people that felt much safer to me. It was all about self-love as well, because I was doing self-love work at the time, talking to little Claire that lives in my heart, and she was telling me that I was abandoning her, that I was neglecting her, the same as my family had done. I was putting her around alcoholics and addicts, just like my family had done. I wasn't taking care of her, just like my family had done. That was a big shock, hearing that from her. And so I had to do something about it then. So yeah, it was all kind of tied in. Muay Thai, I'm a fighter. Oh, it was so much fun last night. I actually had a fight with a guy. We were sparring. When Sam told him, like he was a big guy too, massively. Sam said, "You don't need to hold back with her, she's really strong." So we didn't. He got me some good punches in the face and it kicked me hard on the leg. Push kicked me a lot too, kicking me in the chest. Good thing I got no booms. It would have hurt. But I got him better. I won, for sure. So yeah, it's very empowering. Very empowering. Because when you train properly, then, you know, because one of my things was the physical abuse and sexual abuse. And now, I'm not scared about that at all. Because, God help, the guy that tries that on me now, he's going to be very sorry. Because I'm trained now, and it makes all the difference to me. I've only had to use it on one guy. He's not on the island anymore. And I had to use it on him a couple of times. I had to push kick him away from me until he stopped. Yeah, the rest, I haven't had to use it on them. But it's nice to have it there and that reaction, you know. Hey Leslie, hey Stephanie. So, Night of Inspiration. Keywords are a last defense. Interesting. A last defense. Protection. Setting boundaries. Following through. The final push. Giving up too early. Being overly vigilant. Unwarranted defensiveness. Right? And you know, Muay Thai is such a massive part of my life now. It's a martial art. It's a combat sport, but it's a martial art more than anything. And it's just so important to me. I'm so glad that I found it. It's so important to me that I wouldn't even consider being in a relationship with someone that isn't into it. I wouldn't even. And so, yeah, because there's something very, very powerful about it. And I think that most of the kids learn it here. I think that probably has a lot to do, that and Buddhism has a lot to do with the way that the Thai people are. Because to me, it's the best culture in the world here. You like that I share myself here? I had some angry man comment on it. not live on one of these, but he's like, shut up woman, just get on with it, stop talking about yourself, just get on with the reading. Funny. So, the 9 of Inspiration endures gracefully, ready for this last stand. The last stand. It's like the last combat. It's like your last test of empowerment comes in. After all the work, the training, the time invested, and all the delights and challenges along the way, there's one final push to make it all happen. Some have given up, others have fallen away, but she knows that this final stand is what will make it all worth it. She sets her boundaries of protection, knowing in her heart that if she gives up now, she's giving up on all the energy that she's already put into this endeavor, right? All of the energy that the universe has remembered. The abundance is coming back from all of that. It doesn't forget about a thing. She's asked you to rise and sustain your north. It's time to tie up loose ends, to follow through and to meet your goals by seeing them through to proper completion. Isn't this the card of like, come on, into this empowerment, you're almost there. And it's going to change everything when you get there. I'm with them at Muay Thai as well. Because I'm so good at it too. I'm really good at it. I get an audience when I'm training. And I'm sure that the two are going to be tied together. I'm sure. This work that I'm doing in the Muay Thai, I'm sure it's going to be tied together. Because it's so important. The empowerment is so important. Follow through and see it done. And one last stand you take. Root your spirit into the very dunes as you ignite and set it into the landscape of your knowing where all your truth resides. It's like I'm getting this feeling of like the web being woven. My personal cards today, I got the Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. It all starts coming together, you know. What else did I get? Truth be told. It all starts coming together and this... Just look at your protections and stuff like that. You only need it in the moment. You only need it in the moment when you need it. You don't need to set it up beforehand. If you've got any protections set up beforehand, they're the unhealthy ones. They're the ones that are blocking you from it. From abundance, from love, from people. That's when you need to get that empowerment instead. Wow. Should we get something else out? What time is it? Okay, now let's do the mini reads because I've got only 15 minutes left because I'm going training. And I told them last night that I would. You do yoga daily. Plus an abs and bar workout and walking. But yoga won't save you in a tricky situation. Like, seriously, it won't. Yoga's very soothing. And, you know, I was doing yoga a lot, but then I was doing this work as well. And it's all, like, so sedentary, so meditative. It's too much. I needed something activating. So I started going to the gym, doing, like, high-intensity workouts, something activating to balance me up, you know. Oh, and then when I tried, and it's Sam that owns the new gym that got me to go try Muay Thai the first time when he worked at the other place. Resonate, Stephanie. Yeah, so you're not going to have to come and I'm going to have to teach you Muay Thai. It's really empowering. Sherry's up first. Good job, Sherry. Got in there fast. Sherry, what? Okay. So this is about abundance, right? And about your empowerment today. So Sherry, you got is it true and reach out. This means you're not reaching out for the money that you want. Why do people not reach out for the money they want? They think there's something wrong with it. They've believed crappy beliefs about money. That you shouldn't want it, you shouldn't want things, you shouldn't want material things, money's the root of all evil, that it's going to change you or something like that. You've got some beliefs in there that's stopping you from reaching out. You've got the is it true card, which means that you've got thoughts that aren't true. It's stopping you from reaching out for what you want. Thai boxing, yes. Muay is boxing. Thai is Thai. Boxing Thai. Not Mai Tai. Mai Tai is a drink. It's a cocktail. Mai Tai is a cocktail. Muay Thai. M-U-A-Y. Muay Thai. Muay. So that's you, Sherry. So yours is about money mindset then. You've got to look into your money mindset to change that so that you can reach out for what you want. Because it's okay, you can have what you want. Chris. Oh, and Casey too. So Chris first and then I'll do Casey. Move away and be with nature. Yeah, so yours yours is kind of get away from the abundance thing. Get away from the focus of abundance, Chris, on money. Live life instead. It's like you're being given a break. I remember when I was a kid, and back in the 70s, in the 1970s, it was very different. In the UK, it was very different than it is now. If you took some time off school, no one else was out on the streets. There's no cars or anything like that. There would be maybe a handful of mothers and maybe babies out, but the streets were empty. And so it felt very different, you know, because everyone was at work and everyone was at school. But I remembered in those times when I was hanging out with my mum, if I was sick from school or something like that, that's what I wanted. I wanted that freedom. I wanted to be in that. I didn't want to be in the workplace or in school. I wanted to be out in the land of the free kind of thing. It was so distinctively different than everyone being at school or everyone being on the road on the way to school and work. I felt that and I thought that was for me. And then, you know, when I gave up work, I did, when I hit 30, I quit my corporate job. Then I chose that instead, and I'm still choosing that now. That's another thing about Thai people as well. I mean, it's different in the city, but here it's not. They're very relaxed about the work. They take the kids to work and the dogs to work. It might be the island thing, but yeah, they tend to be all free. You do have work, but you're free too. So Chris, you're being asked to, like, you're being given that freedom now. It's like, remember, your life is about life. It's not about money. That's an important message too. Don't ever put money above yourself. Don't ever make it more important than yourself. So if you're tired, put yourself first. Don't put money first. Because if you put money first, it's not important. It's not self-love. Self-love actually brings you more money. Casey. Your empowerment. Oh, you've got surrender and face the situation. Casey, you back down too much. So say if someone's being aggressive or someone's being a bully or someone's pushing, you back down too much. You've got to face situations instead. Don't hide from situations. Stand your ground and speak out instead. It might make you feel nervous, but do it. That's your empowerment lesson. Not so much of the surrender, more of the standing up and facing the situation in the moment. Crystal. Crystal's next. What about you and your empowerment and your money? Crystal. You've got release, guilt and romance. So you're handing your power away to romantic partners. You're handing your power over like they've got more power than you. You're the Robin, the Batman kind of thing in your mind. Crystal. Guilt. Why do you feel guilty about that? Because you hand your power away, so it's not a good thing. Yeah. Let go of the guilt. So if you've been struggling, Crystal, to not hand your power away in relationships, and not be empowered in relationships, and not still stand up for yourself and your own life and what you want in your life, like not being autonomous in a relationship, not being a whole person in a relationship, that kind of thing. if you're finding it hard not to do that, then this guilt is the key to it. So you've got to release the guilt first. Yeah, does that make sense? It doesn't make much sense to me. Stephanie? I've got my full moon readings half price at the moment. You can find them on behealing.com. I'm going to finish that today because we're past the full moon now. How did everyone find it this time? I slept a lot. Mine was kind of an ending of all that emotional stuff with my ex. Oh. It's just so much easier when he's off the island. Stephanie, you got self-love and go for it, right? So the self-loving thing to do is putting yourself first. So often we think, especially around abundance, that it's the opposite way around, that we need to put ourselves last, we need to put everything else first. We need to prove to our boss that we'll put them first, and we'll put the customers first. But it's not true. That's not how abundance works. Abundance flows to you when you're putting yourself first. Just look around, you can see that. As I said, it's not those that would do anything for money that have got it. It's those that would do very little for money that have got it. Because they're the ones that are loving themselves. If you love yourself enough to be adamant, like, no, I'll only do what I love for money and what I'm really good at for money. I'll only do readings and energy healings and videos for money. That's all I'll do. It's all I'm prepared to do. And so when you get specific like that, and I'm not even prepared to do it if I'm not feeling great either. It's very powerful. That's self-love, right? And so many people do it backward. They think that they've got to put everyone else first to get money, and you don't. So self-love is key for you, Stephanie. And then go for it. Then go for what you want. Don't do it the other way around. Donna. Oh. Donna. You got friend and touch, so there's a little bit. What's this? It's like a friend's a little bit empowered or something like that. A friend's got a piece of it, a piece of the puzzle for you. You know how the friends that we attract around us, they show us. You might be able to see disempowerment in your friends. Yeah, that's what it'll be. You might be able to see money blocks in your friends or disempowerment in your friends. But if you've seen it in your friends, then you've got a bit of it in you, or you had a bit of it in you. And so a friend's showing you a piece of it, a piece of your jigsaw puzzle around abundance and around empowerment, Donna. Liz? Got 7 minutes left. Ooh, Liz. Prepare for romance, Liz. Prepare for romance. So getting open, getting ready for romance. Don't know what that's got to do with abundance. Or maybe it's just getting in your own lane, I don't know. For me, preparing for romance this time around, I'm not willing to stop my focus on my work. Yes, I need to make more space to have that relationship. But very, very much aware of keeping on with my focus and my life. Letting him do the same as well, because he's got plenty on, or he did have before this COVID thing. So you're getting prepared for romance. It's all around self-love. It's all around empowerment. It's all around abundance. Staying true to yourself. Oh, that was Liz. Melody. What's the martial arts call that you do? We already talked about that. Melody. Oh. You've got excuse me. You've got communication coming and lovers, Melody. This feels like a past person to me, someone coming back in to tell you something. Could be a reflection of the past. This came up in the daily read. It's just reminded me. A cringeworthy moment from the past makes you realize how far you've come. That's what I was saying in the daily read. And so it's like somebody comes back in to remind you. It could be like a past lover, and you treated them really badly because without realizing, because you were disempowered before when you were with them, and then you realize how badly you treated them because you're in this victimhood state kind of. It could be, I'm not saying that this is right for you, but it's that kind of thing. And then they come back in and you're like, oh my God, I treated you really badly, and I thought I was doing really well, and that it was you that was the bad one. It's that kind of thing, a cringeworthy moment. So yeah, you've got something coming back in, but it's going to show you how far you've come with your empowerment. You're a different person now. So yeah, everyone could have that kind of thing going on at the moment. Someone coming back in to show us just how far we've come. Eva. Eva. Yes. Okay, Eva, you've got to face the situation and knowing. This means often you know, but you don't stand up and say it. So if you're in a group of people and they're all deciding on something, or they're all deciding what's right, you know the truth, but you don't speak it out. You let other people, you know, the ones that don't know, it's the stupid ones that are the loudest, right? The stupid ones that think that they know the most. The wisest ones know how much they don't know, and so the wisest ones tend to be the quiet ones. And the stupid people tend to be the mouthy ones. And this is saying that you're kind of backing off from situations like that and not speaking your truth. Why? Why? Why not? It's something about facing the situation and speaking out. Why not face that situation? That you do know better than them and you can speak up. Speak up, Eva. Liat is next. I just told your mum you're a free spirit, Leslie. Awesome. Yeah. And you know, that was the message we were getting out a few weeks ago, wasn't it? It's like, remember what you were like when you were a kid. Because we do. When we're a kid, we recognize what is right for us. Sometimes it's when we watch TV and films and stuff, and there's just something about it. It's like, that's me. That lifestyle is me. And things like that, when just that memory. And I remember that just one particular day of being out, of being off school, and it's like, wow, the streets are empty. This is freedom. Everyone else is in like prison at school and in jobs. This is me having this freedom. So interesting. Liat. Ooh. You got communicate in abundance. This means stop talking about lack. Stop talking about what you don't have. Stop. Just, if you've got a lot of friends that are in lack and you're saying, oh, you know, this isn't happening and that's not happening and isn't it hard and all of that, just stop that. Stop communicating lack, start communicating abundance. One great way of doing this is to see all the money that you've got around you. And it's a really fun thing once you start doing it. And so, right, here. Okay, so straight away I've got this microphone in front of me. I can't remember how much that cost, maybe about $500 or something. Got it ages ago. And my computer, oh my God, that was 55,000 baht. About $3,500, $4,000 right there in that MacBook Air. What else have I got? All these decks, which are amazing. There's my phone right there. That's worth a lot. Can't remember how much that cost. This was 200 baht, this plant, yesterday. I got it. Well, I look further behind me. Look at the pool behind me. Oh my God, I wonder how much it cost to make that. And this whole resort, it's the most abundant resort on the island. It's amazing that they've kept all the staff going. They've kept all the staff full-time during these times. They can afford it. They've got plenty of money. It's the biggest resort on the island, and there's lots of money here. Constantly building. They've just built a new... It seems like it's a school place. They've put it near the gardens. They grow all their own stuff too. There's just so much abundance here. And so when you're doing an exercise like that and you just start seeing the money that's around you, converting it all to money, and then include yourself in it too. Like my readings and my energy healings and this that I do. And my YouTube channel is paying me now as well. It's awesome. And so there's just money everywhere. And when you start seeing it like that, that's when you start communicating abundance. You start looking for the abundance instead of looking for the lack. But yeah, this is Liat. You've been talking more about the lack. So maybe you've got like a poverty club that you're in, that kind of thing. You've not realized that you're all whining about money or something, or just you might think that you've been there for each other in the hard times. What you're actually doing is communicating lack over again, and that's what you get back to you when you do that. So break free of that. Leslie. Time is allowing. Oh, only just. Okay, Leslie is the last. Oh, maybe I can do Crystal as well. I think I've only got Crystal after that. I can't leave you out, Crystal. So Leslie, you've got innocent and get support. Yeah, you had some stuff happens to us, right? Stuff happens to us in life, especially when we're a kid. We don't manifest that. Yeah, we choose it. We choose it as a spirit, but we don't manifest it as a kid. It's not like you were focused on lack as a kid and then you had like a poverty because of it. You don't. You go through stuff and you're innocent when you go through stuff, but there's something that you learn from it. And so getting support, it's like you're feeling the burden or some kind of a shame about stuff that you've been through, connected with money, connected with abundance. And you want to hide that away. You don't want to admit to it, so you're not getting the support about it. But you can free yourself from it. You are innocent. You can free yourself from that. Crystal, Otter. Oops. Yes. Oh, wow. Crystal. Oh, there's a card on the floor. Crystal, Otter, you've got criticism and fear of lack. So this is self-criticism about the lack you're going through. Very, very similar to Leslie's message here. You've got shame around it and you don't want to admit to it. You don't want to reveal it. So you're criticizing. It's like you're judging yourself on your money. Stop doing that. Don't. Self-love is all about loving yourself whether you've got money or not. You don't change. You're the same person whether you've got money or not. Don't judge yourself on your money. Whether you can pay a bill or not. Whether you've paid the rent or not. Don't judge yourself based on that. Don't. So stop criticizing yourself. You'll release that shame around it all. Just be where you're at. Just say, oh well. Abundance sucks sometimes and it's really hard. And once you release that, as Leslie said, then you can get the support, then you can get the help. It's about admitting where you're at and it not being full of shame and being wrong. It's not wrong. I mean, we've all been there, eh? Thank you for coming along, everybody. Don't want to deal with nonsense either. Oh, Jennifer. Okay, Jennifer, quickly. I've got to go to training. Yes. Jennifer, I won't leave you out. Okay, you've got to talk to someone and prepare, Jennifer. And so what you want in next, whether it's abundance or a relationship that you're moving toward next, there's someone that you need to talk to. It's kind of a block. And I feel like the universe is putting them in front of you over and over again, saying like, this is something that you need to be sorted out. It's like an emotional attachment, or there's some negativity attached to it there. You can't just ignore it. It's not going to go away. There's something that needs to be sorted out there. So whoever you've been avoiding talking to, and your higher self will put them in front of you over and over again, or give you reminders of them over and over again. You need to talk to them. There we go. I'm out of here. Got to go training. They'll be waiting for me. Thanks everyone for coming along. Come along tomorrow. What else? Yeah, if you want a full moon reading, private full moon reading, you can find them on my website, behealing.com. On the homepage there, they're still half price at the moment. That will only be for a few more hours. So thank you. Thank you for the reframe, shifting my communication from lack to abundance. Yes, do that. Have a great day or night, everybody. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to click like too. Bye.